Hello everyone, welcome to EduTab. To help you out in your IFSCA Grade A preparation, we have come up with this MCQ series. I hope by now you are very much familiar with the sessions. Two sessions have been completed on this specific topic of phase 2 of our examination, that is IFSCA Act 2019. And these are the topics that we are picking up for which you may not be able to find MCQs elsewhere, right? So this is part 3 of our discussion. In two earlier sessions we have discussed 5 MCQs, right? And we have got the appropriate response from you. Sneha is saying, sir, please continue, Karna. Vinod, thank you. A lot of welcome to you. Martian says, please continue the session. Prashant ne bhi kaha hai. And Krishna, thank you, Gary. Okay, so welcome, and definitely we will be continuing these sessions. All of the sections of the Act will be covered, and along with that, there are certain other topics like Gift City, Gift IFSC, IFSCA, Global Financial Center. These are the topics for which you may not be able to find MCQs properly, and so we are helping you out in that, right? So this is the first question of our session, and if you have been following, if you have been doing the MCQs which were discussed in the previous sessions, you will be able to solve this MCQ really easily and in a very fast manner. The question here says, the appropriate regulator described in the schedule of the IFSCA Act, that is International Financial Services Center Authority Act 2019, are okay. So you have to identify there are 4 regulators that are part of certain schedule of this act, and these regulators have a bearing on the functions that IFSCA as an authority carries out. Okay, so which are those regulators is what you need to identify. The options here are Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, is it Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI. Okay, so if you can recall, we have the definition for appropriate regulator in Schedule 2 of the Act, Section 2 of the Act, while the list of the regulators is given in Schedule 1 of the Act. Okay, there are 4 regulators which, yes, definitely include RBI and SEBI, but the other 2 are IRDAI and the PFRDA. Okay, it is not NABARD, it is not SIDBI. So these 2 options are wrong here, and so our correct answer is 1 and 2 only. You need to remember these 4 names, and these these 4 regulators will be coming up in various other sections of our Act also. So that is important. Here we have this specific definition given in section 2 of the Act. Appropriate regulator are those which are specified in first schedule of the Act. And which are these regulators? RBI, SEBI, IRDAI and PFRDA. And this is what is the function of IFSCA, and it takes up the function of these specific regulators with respect to the financial institutions and services provided only within the IFSC. I hope that is clear. All of this under the IFSC Act. This is the second question. Here we have the term authority as used in the Act means the International Financial Services Centers Authority, which is the IFSCA, established under subsection 1 of which among the following sections of IFSCA Act. Okay, so authority, the term authority again has been described in section 2 of this IFSCA Act, and this specific term authority means IFSCA, and this has been established under which of the sections? That is the question here. Is it section 5, 20, 34, section 4 or 3? Let me tell you, there are total 34 sections as far as this Act is concerned, and so if you find a number above 34 in the listing of these options, yes, definitely that is wrong, so you can eliminate in that way also. Here, the correct answer for this, the authority which the Act talks about, has been established under section 4 of the Act. Okay, so I think we have discussed section 4 already, and yes, this term authority is defined in section 2, and it says it is the authority means IFSCA, and it has been established under subsection 1 of section 4 of the Act. Okay, so D is the right answer here. I hope that is clear. Let's move on to third question. Which among the following statement is or are correct is what is required to be identified with respect to the IFSCA Act. Okay, the first statement here says providing information about a person's financial standing or credit worthiness is not one of the financial service under the Act. So the term financial service has been defined very appropriately in the Act, again in section 2, and this term financial service actually does not include the service of providing or finding out the credit worthiness of a person who is conducting financial activities within the IFSCs. Okay, so that is what is given here. The word, the term to be noted is it not. Okay, it is not one of the financial services what is given. Let us have a look at the second statement. Underwriting the issuance of a financial product is one of the financial service under the Act. Okay, underwriting the issuance of a product is something that is included in the definition of financial service. Underwriting the subscription of a financial product is one of the financial service under the Act. Okay, so let me tell you, yes, underwriting the issuance as well as subscription of a product is something that is included as part of the definition of financial service. Here, the first statement might be confusing, that only providing information on credit worthiness of a specific person or entity might not be a financial service. But yes, this is what credit rating agencies do, and that is a very important financial service. And this has been included as part of the definition of financial service in this Act also. So, first statement here is not correct. 2 and 3 are correct here. So D will be our correct answer. Okay. So D is the correct answer. And financial service is actually defined again in section 2 of the Act. Okay. There are various services given here. Just have a look and try to understand. And also the Act is really small, around 17 pages. So I hope it should not be a very big deal to go through all of the sections and remember various things. Okay. So if you are well versed with the terms, underwriting and all of this, it will be really easy. You can go through all of these from the PDF. D is the right answer here. And yes, you can see this here. Underwriting the issuance subscription of a financial product, that is a part. Okay, and all of the other things are also given here. Right, moving on to the fourth question. The International Financial Services Authority, Centers Authority, sorry, has which among the following powers as per the IFSCA Act? Which of these powers are given to the IFSCA as part of the IFSCA Act? Okay, the first statement here is entering into and executing contracts. Is this a power of IFSCA? Can IFSCA do that as an authority? Second statement, acquire, hold, and dispose of property. Can it acquire, hold, and dispose property? Acquire both movable and immovable property. Is there any restriction on the type of property that it can acquire? Okay. So these are the things that are given in the Act very clearly. And yes, if we have a look on IFSCA and the sections of the Act, it will be clear that IFSCA itself is considered to be a body corporate, right? What is a body corporate? Body corporate is something, or we can say an institution, an entity that has been established by or under certain act of itself. Okay, it has a legal enactment of itself, and it has a legal identity of itself. So whenever the legal identity is present, they have the power to enter into and execute contracts just like we do have. And they can also acquire, hold, and dispose of property. Yes, there is no restriction on the kind of property. So all of these three are the powers that IFSCA actually has. And yes, because of that, E will be the correct answer here. Okay, and this has been appropriately described in section 4 of the Act. Section 4 is really important, friends. Please go through each and every part of this section, and here you can see the authority is described as a body corporate, which means it has a legal identity of its own, because of which it has the power to enter into and execute contracts, also acquire, hold and dispose of property, and there is no restriction on that. Movable and immovable property can be acquired. It can also be sued, and it can sue, and it can also be sued. Okay, so a case can be registered. That is what sue means. These are the various subsections of section 4. You can go through them, and we will also be practicing them as part of MCQs that we will discuss in the further sessions. Okay, so option E is correct here. And let me remind you that so as to help you really well to prepare for your IFSC exam, we have come up with this ultimate test series for both the phases, phase 1 and phase 2 of the examination, wherein you will be finding separate test for phase 1 paper 1, wherein all of the components are covered, and the explanations of these tests are such that the entire topic is covered really comprehensively in each of these tests. All of the components have separate tests, and that will help you in preparing that component holistically. Paper 1 phase 1, paper 1 phase 2, paper 2 phase 2 paper 1, sorry, phase 2 paper 2, all the four. And you also have full length test for phase 1 and phase 2. Okay, do check out the link in the description so as to avail this specific test series. Okay, here is a homework question for you, for which the answer for which you have to give in the comment section. The question is, the International Financial Services Centers Authority, for the establishment of its offices, has to take prior approval from which among the following? I hope looking at the options by now you know what can be the correct answer. The options here are state government, central government, President of India, chairpersons of RBI, SEBI, IRDA and PFRDA, or none of the above. You have to give the correct answer in the comment section, right? And with this, allow me to end this session. I hope this session has helped you. If you have any other queries, you can call us on 8146207241. Also, you can drop a mail at hello@edutab.co.in. Also, to let us know how these sessions are helping you, or how we can improve on these sessions, how the MCQs can be better, or if you have any other suggestions. Thank you. All the best.